No, Ryan has a wife, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Okay. Saturday
What
morning
up?
education. Good morning, everybody. Great to see you. Happy, yo, Stephen Barry, please, let's get this mic muted. Happy Saturday, everybody. I was just telling the folks right before we started recording, in case you guys don't know how much I appreciate this community and how much sacrifice goes into these calls. I was just telling them my gym wife was at the gym today and everything was going perfect. And I decided to leave the gym early to come here and do my job. Oh, here it is. So I just want to let you guys know there's 37 days left of the year. So this officially makes this stream number 63. Stream number 63 out of 100 for the 100-day sprint. Great to see all of you. Yesterday, we had a double whammy. We had a bonus stream yesterday. So I hope that you guys are ready for today. What are we going to talk about is how to succeed day trading NAS100. If you guys are experienced traders, this is going to be a great I don't want to say reminder because you don't need to be reminded of stuff. We just need to put things top of mind. So I want to explain this. I want to explain two concepts today. Number one is, what does top of mind mean? What does focus and priority really mean when it comes to trading? This comes from a tweet that I read yesterday from a really good friend of mine, Kyle from Jade Cap. He told me that, well, he basically told everybody that the amount of time you spend on the charts or the amount of time that you put into analysis is irrelevant to how much money you're going to make. The markets don't care about how much time you're putting in. The markets have no concept of you put in a bunch of work and so you deserved profits or not. What actually matters is making great decisions, is making sure that you're consistent over a long period of time. And then eventually, once you guys are all successful, it's making sure that you don't let ego get in the way. Most of the successful traders that are on this call, the ones who are in chart addicts especially, the thing that's going to hold most people back is going to be the cockiness once you start winning for 2-3 weeks. It is hard to be like, well, I've been trading for 2 years and I want all of the mistakes that I've made to get reconciled right now. And now that I'm having success, all I have to do is over leverage on a couple of trades and I'm right back to break even. And that level of cockiness is what hurts most traders from being able to make consistent progress. So the concept here is, number one, make sure that you guys are on a track and on a path that allows you to build consistency, not a path that gets you up and down in your journey. You don't want to have periods of success and then such periods of doubt where you're not following that same plan and you're breaking all the momentum that you otherwise would have built. The concept of momentum is very important, yo. First, let's talk about Saturdays. I want to congratulate everybody for showing up on a Saturday because it's not easy to make the sacrifices. You could be watching anything, you could be doing anything, but you're investing in your future. I really do want to give you guys that credit. Now, I'm probably richer than everybody here, better looking, very successful, and I'm out here. I'm wildly charismatic. If I can take 30 minutes or 45 minutes on a Saturday to show up and provide an unbelievable amount of value, I expect you all to at least take out some notes and do not let this go to waste. You're not here to waste your Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. You're not here to, just get brownie points for showing up. The markets do not care if you showed up to the stream or not. What they do care about is, did you learn something? Did you take good enough notes that you're going to be able to use this information next week? And some people will say, Roy, I've been working all week, man. I've been working all week. Every single day I get home from work, I go take care of my family, and I just, I get on the charts and I work my ass off, Roy. Can I at least get Saturdays to relax? At least I can sit here and get ready on Saturdays and just be able to just do nothing and be able to just have fun, right? If you're behind on your dreams, if you're broke, there should be a big indication that your life is not going the way that you intended it to go. And if your life is not going the way that you intended it to go, ask yourself what you're doing, relaxing or chilling. When I had nothing to my name and I had no success and I had no skills to offer the world, all I did was try to make up the difference by using the weekends to my advantage. Here's a quote for your notes: is that successful people do everything they can and they work their ass off. They work more than everybody and they still doubt whether or not it's enough work. I'm here on the weekends. Obviously, I'm doing more than enough to be successful at trading, yo. But there's still a piece of me that says, what more could I do? Right? Should I just add ice baths to my schedule just to add that extra thing, just to give me an extra edge? What more can I do? What more can you do? Some people are very behind on their goals. They're behind on their bills. They're behind on their aspirations for where they wanted to be. When somebody asked you 5 years ago, what do you want your life to be like? And you told them this grand vision. Your actions over the last 5 years, did they match that vision or not? Because I want to tell you guys something, that you do not get your goals in life. You don't get what you want. You get what you settle for. You get your standards. I know you guys might have seen this or read this before. What does that even mean? If I tell myself I'm the kind of person that doesn't take days off, that's just not me. That's not my identity. I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, let me just waste God's, the God's gift of consciousness and free will and life and all the beauty that life has to offer. Let me just waste that and squander it today because my body says it's tired. But I'm in charge. Okay? So my self-identity revolves around a lifestyle that is productive and conducive to my goals. So you got to ask yourself, if you're behind, should you be really enjoying the time or being entitled, feeling entitled to the time off? Be like, Roy, we're only human. 50 years ago, humans would work 16 hours a day from start to finish, and they would do it. Did they have the best quality of life? I mean, shit, compared to the lifeless, soulless, directionless world that we live in today, maybe they were happier. Maybe they did feel more fulfilled coming home knowing that they are taking care of their family and they're doing their job. You don't have to sit there and second guess, well, these people on Instagram are flying around in Tulum right now, so maybe I'm not living life right. You guys get what I'm saying? So a lot of you, if you are on track to your goals, congratulations for showing up. If a lot of you are behind, I know what you're thinking. First off, Roy, how are you so shredded? I'll drop the workout routine. And I know what else you guys are thinking. Roy, tell us again when the masterclass is. December 3rd through the 6th. December 3rd through the 6th, the final masterclass of the entire year. We won't have another masterclass until February of 2024. If you guys want to hit the ground running in 2024, don't put this off. Make sure to grab the masterclass. It's only $350. It's not $1,700 like these other 3-day classes. It's not for $2,000 like some of these classes. It's $350 to learn my strategy from top to bottom, start to finish, and hit the ground running in 2024. Now, I know that's exactly what you all were thinking. Now, the third thing that you're thinking is, what are we going to cover today, Roy? Well, number one is congratulations for showing up. Number two is how to build a trading plan for NAS100. And number three, I'll show you a little bonus about where the markets are going next week. I'll just literally tell you what I'm about to be trading next week and just give you guys the playbook for showing up. If this thing hits 150 likes, we'll drop a promo code for the weekend. And so keep that in mind and make sure to remind people to like the stream as they enter. If you guys are ready to go, drop a number in the chat. First thing we're going to cover is how to build a trading plan for NAS100. And you can apply this for any trading instrument, whether it's Forex, whether it's commodities, whether it's indices. This is just how to build a trading plan, not just the base. I'm going to give you guys a really in-depth overview. Drop a number in the chat, drop a 1 in the chat if you guys are ready. Let's get this show on the road. I don't know if I heard you wrong, but you had a quiz you wanted us to take before the class. Oh, yeah, we were going to implement the final exam. We were going to do a final exam before, so to get like a baseline and after, but we haven't put it as part of the class. We may still choose to do it, but we're having a lot of trouble getting people to finish. Listen, if you're in the October, I appreciate the reminder. If you're in the October masterclass and you haven't finished your final exam, what the fuck are you people doing? But you paid for the class. You went through the classes. You got access to the recordings. But all you got to do to pass the class is go click through and just hit complete. You don't even have to watch the full video. What the fuck are some of you guys doing? I'm about to get on your ass because everybody from the November class finished. And there was twice as many people in the November class than there was in October. Everybody from the November class finished the program, got certified. They did their exit interviews. The October folks, what are you guys doing? We still have half of you that haven't gotten your certificate. We're emailing, sending messages. I'm texting some of y'all. All right. So after this week, we're going to send out one more round of messages. If y'all don't want to finish your certificates, there's nothing I can do. But I really want you guys to take some initiative and get it done. The December people, y'all better figure this shit out. I'm not going to do the 3rd day's class until people finish the steps, because I'm going to make sure everybody is prepared. I'm not going to do this half-ass, give you guys half the information and just trust that you're going to be out there. I'm not going to put a bunch of people out there and lead lambs to slaughter. That's not me. So make sure that you guys get that shit done so I could verify that you have the information, so I could feel good about your ability to trade. Deal? Bro, watch that back 3 times. That was more impressive than you thought it was. That was linguistic gymnastics that just happened. It does not let me submit the answers. I tried 3 times. Jonathan, you got to let us know this stuff, man. We're going to have to get you out of the course and then add you back in because your time may have expired. Why? Because we put a 7-day deadline to finish this shit so people don't loaf. And everybody just Dage loafed on this shit. And that's why we are in the situation that we're in right now, because people didn't finish the work. Let's talk about how to build a trading plan, ladies and gents. Okay. I'm actually going to pull up the template for the trading plan. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oof. Close call. Okay. I just have to make sure this isn't a trading plan that's already filled out for somebody that is in the squad. Oh, this is mine. Perfect. Y'all, happy Saturday, man. Happy fucking Oh. James, that's $10 in the tip jar. We made a deal yesterday with everybody that if I curse, I got to put $10 in the jar. I'm gonna donate it to St. Jude's for the kids. I'm trying my best not to curse because somebody told me that, somebody told me I could do better. And that somebody is my mother. My mother called me and she was like, Roy, I watched your stream the other day. And I love the value that you're providing, but why are you still cursing? Why are you roasting the astrology people halfway through the stream? And I'm like, Mama, this is just the way to go. This is how I speak. She was like, no, it's not. Cut that shit out. And she said that. Okay. No, that was a quote. I was not cursing. That was a quote from someone else. I'm allowed to quote people. It's the First Amendment. Jonathan Rodriguez, email us at info@chartaddictsfx.com. Okay. So here's the basics of a trading plan. Now, I actually have a full video on this on YouTube as well, which I will link in the description. And before we get to this, I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but we did drop some videos that aren't getting a lot of attention. So I do have to bring these up so that you guys know what to pay attention, what to look out for after the stream is done. We just dropped some brand new videos that I want you guys to check out because they're very relevant to what's happening in the industry. And I feel like these guys can explain it a lot easier than I can. Okay, so this video with TradingView, I want to let you guys know there's big beef between sway markets and the top tier camp, and they're at each other's throats about regulated versus unregulated. Everybody thinks they know what they're talking about. Again, I'm the only person who's ever held a US license to be a broker in the entire Forex space. And so I have a little bit of credibility on this topic, though who has even more credibility on this topic is Piers Crosby from TradingView, who talks about how they make decisions for who they let on their platforms. When we trade on Oanda, when we trade on TradingView, there's a few different brokers that I use depending on which one matches my broker feed the best. The main one I use is Oanda, one of the most reputable brokers here in the United States, and the other two are Pepperstone, which I believe is an Australian-based brokerage, and then we have Black Bull, which I think is a US-based brokerage, but they might be Australian as well. So these have very similar price quotations. They're a little bit off. How does TradingView choose? Why don't we see like Air FX or one of these fucking bullshit, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Why don't we see those on TradingView? Because they have a very strict criteria of who they let on. And that criteria is fully discussed in this video called Unregulated Brokers Exposed by TradingView at the FX Summit 2023 conference. If you don't know what that is, we host the #1 trading conference in the world. We had thousands of people show up last year. We will have many, many more thousands show up in 2024. Hope to see you guys there. Make sure to check out those videos after this stream. Let's get back to building a trading plan. What most people think about when they're building a trading plan is the criteria to execute. So what are the step-by-step criteria, or what is the step-by-step criteria to get into a trade? There's 5 main components, and I've kind of broken them down here, of a full trading plan. Now, for your notes, say the plan is nothing. The planning is everything. All right. My dad's in the chat saying, thank you guys. All right. From my mom for getting my life right and holding me accountable for cursing. So my mother appreciates you all. And I hope you guys know that. All right. My pops just let everybody know. This is embarrassing. Pops, this is embarrassing. All right. It became a problem, but at least we're donating it to the kids. So we're good. Here's the different components of building a trading plan. Number 1 is the why. A lot of people skip through this. They think, okay, Roy, I want to get to the what am I trading and how I'm trading and what time I'm trading and the criteria and the weekly pip goals and how much risk to expose. Roy, let's get to the real stuff. Even the mindset piece. The behaviors and emotions, like that's hard, but let's get to that. The why am I trading? This isn't a Tony Robbins seminar, Roy. This is kind of the vibe that I get from a lot of people when I first go through the trading plan. The reason this is the first question is none of y'all are showing up if you don't have a strong enough reason why you're doing this. Now, for most of you, you just hate your job and you want to quit. I understand. Some of you just want more money because you're short on money. I get it. If you think that's going to get you to take your hand off the trigger when you feel FOMO, you're out of your fucking mind. Again, James, that's two. The kids, they came up $20 a day. Horrible. This is so tough. Guys, can we have a freeze? Can we do a truce for one day? I'm about to go bankrupt on these streams. Okay, never mind. I'm going to hold myself accountable. You ain't showing up if you don't have a strong enough reason. When I talk to people, when I talk to my coaching students and I try to break down why they're trading, the people that tell me they have a family or that they are, let's say like a housewife who is trying to make up the difference and have their own autonomy and have their own decision making and have their own money and have their own revenue coming in. Big enough reason. Take care of the family, have some autonomy, and have some sense of identity and self-pride. I love it. Let's say that you are, just like me, you're an immigrant to this country. You've seen your parents work hard for a long time. You want to be able to provide them a very dignified retirement and that's filled with abundance and not just the bare minimum. That's a strong enough reason because you can really anchor it on something that's legitimate. If your reason is you saw somebody with a supercar and you see yourself in a Lamborghini, it's going to drive you, but it's not going to be a big enough reason to get up when you're tired and to show up on Saturdays and to show up on Sundays and to show up on Mondays and not say, fuck it. Give me one sec. Okay, so the first most important reason is why are you trading? And of course, if anybody really needs help building these trading plans, reach out to us. We offer coaching services. You don't have to do the full 30-day coaching, 14-day coaching. You can do a 3-day or a 5-day coaching to review your strategy, make sure everything is on point, review your trading plan to make sure that it's rock solid. The first thing I said before we started is that the plan is nothing, but planning is everything. I feel like I skipped over that, but I have to go back. If you're building a business, you don't pull out your trading plan every day and say, oh, we're not following this thing to the teeth. What you do is you sit down for 2 weeks and you build the best trading plan that you can. This is what we're doing for 2024. How are we going to go do the world tour? There's so many different things going on. We have different master classes launching. We have different coaching sessions and coaching deadlines that we need to adhere to make sure that we're not taking on more students than we can handle. We have the world tour starting to promote the FX Summit. We have these live streams, of course. We have everything we do inside the community and, of course, the content creation side. There's a lot going on. So we're going to sit there for 2-3 weeks and really build out a plan that we are confident in. But after that, we're not going to pull out the trading plan. It's just the fact that we've covered all our bases and we've taken all these different factors into consideration is what makes us confident, and then it just keeps us on the right track. So the plan is more of a guideline, and your ability to have that determination is what keeps you going day in, day out. Hope that makes sense. Now, this is the logistical stuff. The what are you trading and how you're going to be trading. How you'll be trading is more about your personality type. So are you going to be a swing trader? Are you going to scalp? Or are you going to be a day trader? Are you high risk, low risk? Are you going to do one entry, multiple entries? This is going to be a detailed breakdown of how you're going to approach this instrument. Higher time frame, lower time frame, fundamental, technical, what strategy you're going to be using, the model, the entry, criteria, etc. What are you trading? Obviously, you want to know exactly what you're narrowing down or what you're really focused on. Most people will have a generalized idea of what they're trading, which is, I trade GU, EU, UJ. I sometimes trade GU. I sometimes trade NASDAQ. You got to cut that out. You got to find a handful of pairs that you have had success with, not that you feel like you had success with. Go look at your metrics, open up your data, and it's going to tell you these are the 3 most profitable instruments that you're trading. Here's the 3 least profitable instruments that you're trading. Stick to the ones that are the most profitable. Some of you guys want to trade NAS100 so badly that you're not realizing that it's drawing down your account, that you'll make money on GU, EU, UJ, and then all of a sudden you'll lose one NASDAQ trade and it eats up all the profits. See, again, that's not productive. That's why I'm encouraging you all to take the masterclass. If you really insist on wanting to trade NAS100, this is not something that you can leave up to chance. Now, if it's really drawing down your account, you don't actually care about trading NAS, you just want to make money, then don't feel the need to trade US 30 and gold and some of these instruments if they are the factor that's impeding your success, that's getting in the way. All right, what time you're going to be trading? This is the one that I just see nobody takes into consideration. Well, I trade New York. New York is almost cursed. Like, I'm just trying to speak my mind, right? None of this shit is scripted. I hope you guys understand, none of this is scripted. And so sometimes the filter, it's loading up. That word is loading up and it just comes to the forefront. And I got to stop myself with the filter. Thank God for that filter. But I really just let it rip again. These children are about to come up. I'm about to hire Spider-Man at this point for St. Jude's. This is, just know that we're doing honest work out here. All right. You guys hear me cursing and I sound obnoxious. Just know that it's going to the kids. Every time I curse, there's a tip jar that I have to fill. It just is what it is. I have to lay in the bed that I made. This is getting tough. Is the masterclass for NAS only? Yes, but much like this trading plan, it's universal. So if you're trading wheat, for example, you still need to know, why are you trading wheat? Why are you trading in the first place? What you're going to be trading? Wheat futures. How are you going to be trading it? Well, I'm going to be trading futures only, which means that I'm going to have a hedge strategy. I have to trade these futures contracts. I have to have a schedule to sell them before expiry, or to trade in and out, or to roll them over, or whatever you do with futures. What time you're going to be trading? You're going to know the hot spots. This is the most volatile times in the markets. You still have to know the criteria to execute your trades. Most people don't have a criteria. You have to have a step-by-step system. When price breaks above the daily high and the candle is an engulfing candle above the previous four-hour candle, and then you see a retest back at the daily zone, then I enter the trade at the 61 Fibonacci. There is a clear step-by-step system that cannot be mistaken. When you're not in the right state of mind, you can always refer back to that system and you know it's going to do you right. Okay? And so you have to have as clear of a criteria as possible. Again, if you don't have a criteria for yourself, I highly recommend joining the NAS100 Masterclass, because we will give you the step-by-step criteria that I use, that I've developed for over 5 years. Said, I love it. Big ups to moms. Daryl, I appreciate that, bro. Who do I have to contact? info@chartaddictsfx.com. Roy, why is EU rallying? First off, it's ROY, but I'll take ROI because it's the French way to say it. It means king. That's my name, means king. It's not a surprise to all of you, because it's very on brand. It's very on brand for me. Why is EU rallying when we've got fundamentals supporting the long dollar and the short euro? Justin, that's a great question, but can I get to that as soon as we finish this trading plan, if you don't mind? Carlos T says, join the masterclass, study and see the results within the first week. Carlos, that's exactly how it is, bro. And I hate to say it, but that's how I built the class. I built the masterclass to be like, it's undeniable. Because what is the feedback I kept getting from coaching students? It's, bro, I've taken so-and-so's class and I never saw any results. Yeah, I took it 6 months ago and I'm still not profitable. I'm like, dude, I don't want anyone to leave Chart Addicts, to leave any class that I do and go off to someone else and say that they're not profitable. We are providing every single thing imaginable, that the week after you take the class, you can start making money. Why? Because you have to get at least 10x the value of whatever you spent. And you don't want to wait 6 months for that. That's not why you pay for a product. I'm paying for a real estate class. I keep telling you guys this. I'm about to pay for a real estate class. It's close to 15 grand, right? The reason I didn't pay it all in one piece is because it hurts. 15 grand, a lot of money to spend on a fucking class. It's not fun. I'm going to be paying attention. And then the reason I'm paying for the class is so that I don't have to spend 8 months figuring it out, or I don't have to put a large amount of money into an investment and be stuck there for 3 years and now just waste 3 years of my life. I'm paying for that class so they can get it to me straight up. So from the first day, I have all the information necessary to start making good decisions, because I trust myself. I trust myself enough that if I'm given the right info, to do the best with it. But I need to be given the right info. And that's exactly how I built the NAS100 class, which is, as soon as you're done, you have the information needed to start making money. Because then you're going to go and do what? Once you're getting money left and right, ideally, I would hope this, unless you guys are selfish people, is to go tell a friend. Because when I'm making money doing anything, I'll be like, yo, bro, I'm still trying this thing out, but this thing is working for me. You guys should check this out. And that's the whole culture that we're trying to build. Masterclass, first week after, very success. That's how we doing it. Go to the masterclass. It works, people, not just for NAS, by the way. Walt, you guys heard it from Walter. I'm a real estate broker in New York City. If you have any real estate questions, let me know. I also do Florida. That's the thing about real estate agents. And by the way, Bullish, I actually love that. I'm not saying this as a dig at all. I actually got mad respect for what you just did. But they're the only people that'll let you know exactly what they do for a living without you even having to fucking ask ever, and never even have to ask. I know all of my friends who are real estate agents, and I never asked them one time. Don't care. But why is it important? Because one day I will need a real estate agent. And guess who's going to come to my mind is everybody that consistently let me know. This guy tells me he's a real estate agent. Okay. You're the guy in the squad that's always telling people what they do. Cool. One day they're going to need a house, bud. And you're the first person that comes to mind. Bro, I can teach you how to develop properties. I'm in Miami as well. People found out how much money I'm spending on the course. They're trying to come up a bag. Y'all, leave me alone. Leave me alone. All right. I already have the class lined up. This is somebody I trust very, very much. He actually is from my hometown in Springfield, Virginia, wildly successful. He owns 5 different properties. Each of them are 64 units and above. This guy's an absolute G, and he's only 2 years older than me. He told me he would do the class, but for the bread. So we doing it that way. Okay. Let's finish this off. The next section is going to be about risk, and it's going to be about goals. So most people's problem is not that they don't make money. Would you guys agree? Every single person who's watching this stream right now, by the way, if we hit 150 likes on the stream, I will drop a promotional code for the NAS100 class. 150 likes, we drop a promo code. Now, most people make money, and every single person here has made money. Same with casinos. Nobody who has gone to a casino twice walked in there the first time and at least didn't win a couple hands. That's why you came back. That's why we all come back to trading. It's because at some point you had a couple winners and you're chasing that feeling. You know it works. What's the issue is that everybody gives it back. By the time you leave the casino, you will have given back all the money that you have previously made. So what's the lesson here? Is if you do not create a strict framework for managing your risk to ensure that you're not over-risking, that you're walking away while you're ahead, and that you're not giving back money that you've already made, you're going to be a statistic. You're going to be like the 95% of traders that makes money and gives it back. You now have a choice because I just gave you the answer to the test. You have a choice starting from this day forward to prioritize risk and to have clear rules that will keep you out of trouble, or to continue to trade randomly and hope that things get better. When was the last time? Ask yourself a question. When was the last time anything in your life got better through hope? Well, I hope it'll get better. No. It's only got worse. Nothing gets better with hope. Everything gets better faith is one thing. But even with faith, right? You want to leave it up to God. All right, pray like it's up to God, but you got to still work your ass off like it's on you. So if you guys do not make the decision starting from this week to prioritize risk management, you have to accept that you'll be a statistic. And that's not something that anybody was doing. I wasn't trying to grab a bag. Robin, I'm messing with you, bro. I appreciate the offer. But can you guys just let me be funny, man? But you know exactly, giving it back is so defeating. It is until you realize that your goal is not to make more money, it's to keep it. Like Jensen, brother, you know how many people I've seen do what you did a few weeks ago and have massive success just trading along with me. And when I try to give them, from my experience, I try to give them the solid information, bro, please pay yourself because you're gonna give it back if you don't. The ability to start letting ego get in the way is so tough. Everyone that I've known who has made $1 million trading, I would every single time somebody makes 200K trade, 100K trade, 500K trade, I always tell them, buddy, take the fucking money. And I'll put the money for St. Jude's for that one. That's 3. I said, take the money off the table. And the same thing happens every single time is they start looking at me like I'm the enemy. They start looking at me like the parent that's trying to hold them back from their dreams. They'll say, well, you just don't understand, bro. Like, these rules apply to everybody, but they don't apply for me. This is what starts going through their head. It's like, man, Roy just doesn't want me to win, and he doesn't want me to get ahead. Like, I try to tell people every single time that when you start to feel like God, when you start to feel like you can't do any wrong, when you start to feel like I am the markets, all that type stuff, you're about to blow your account. And it's so devastating. When you've never won money in trading and you're just losing, there's some hope factor somewhere behind. There's some hope factor that's letting you go. When you've made a lot of money and given it all back, that's the worst. You've made $100,000 and you gave it all back. It sucks, yo. A lot of you will have success in the next 2 months. especially after taking the masterclass. The biggest thing that I've seen from graduates of the masterclass is the cockiness after the third week. The cockiness after the third week to blow the challenge. Because now you're just out here doing, you're not doing the same things that got you to the dance. You're not as disciplined anymore. You start to feel like, oh, I've cracked the code. I figured it out now. I can just start to let loose. You can never let loose in trading. If you're busy, take the week off, take the month off. But don't sit here and be like, oh, I can just shoot from the hip. I don't care how good of a shooter you are. Do not shoot at the hip when it's life and death. And Jensen said, I listened and I took a fat payday. And Jensen, I'm proud of you, bro. And even one step further, how you invest those funds to at least put something aside. Every single thing I own, from this MacBook that I'm talking to you on, to this microphone right here, this Yeti microphone, to the pop filter, to the ring light, to this the soundboard here, my desk, these Yamaha speakers, the flat screen TV, the mini fridge, every single thing that I can see in my vicinity was bought from trading money, because it's a physical reminder that I've made this happen before, that I've done the impossible and beat the odds of being able to be profitable and take money out of the markets. And then not only that, to have that manifest into physical goods that are now a constant physical reminder in front of me that this is possible. On my losing days, when I'm just looking at it as numbers on the screen or lights on a screen, what's the point? What's the point? I look around and I see, all of these nice toys and all these nice trinkets. And I remind myself, that's why I do it. So you got to pay yourself. But I also invested most of my payouts from the prop firms when I became profitable in 2020 and 2019. And that's what led to all of my financial success today. Okay, so I was making money trading and I had a job and I was saving money and putting money aside. But the money that I invested in crypto in 2020, that's what allowed me to have multiple six figures. That's what allowed us to put down many deposits on the FX Summit, the first one. That's what allowed me to start bringing my life to the next level, which is investing in different things and starting to have cash flowing businesses. So it wasn't that I made hundreds of thousands of dollars in trading in 2020, but I made enough money, which I think was like 30. No, it was more than that. I would say it's about 52 grand that I made that year from trading, but I also had a full-time job at what's it called, at Merrill Lynch, as a wealth advisor. So I had a full-time job taking care of all my expenses and my bills, and I had this trading money coming in at $3,000 to $7,000 a month. That was really coming. I was just putting all of it aside because the full-time job allowed me the luxury to put money away. A lot of you guys want to quit your job so bad that you're not thinking about, let me use my job to pay my medical, dental, to put money in my 401k and to have some stability, so all of my trading money can go into investments. You got to think smart and you got to think about long term and sometimes delay the gratification. Even though you're making 5-7 grand a month and you feel like you can quit your job, you don't want to be a story of someone who has to go back. You only want to move in one direction. Cool? Said I bought a new air fryer and an AR-15. What the fuck is it? What kind of combination is that? I'm always about to be well fed and well protected. That's a good way to spend your money. And then here's the big lesson about trading, is that once you get your money, you can do whatever you want. And there's no rules. There are 0 rules for how to play this game, but there are codes of conduct that if you want to have long-term success, you got to follow. When I tell you guys to invest, it's not because it's the only thing you can do. You can take the 7 grand payout and then go to Cancun. You can take the 7 grand payout and then pay off a big chunk of debt or something. Or you can take that money and continue to invest and invest and invest. And when the bull run hits, you have enough money to do whatever you want. All right. I've gotten my first payout 10, 15 times now. And because of my ego, I blow it by the second payout consistently. Well, Jeremy, if you're doing the same thing wrong 10, 15 times, it's not the trading that's the problem. Okay. Sit down and figure out why you are doing this. And if you can't, come and get some coaching from me. We're only accepting 4 more students for the rest of the year. December 3rd is the deadline, guys. December 3rd is going to be the final deadline. I have very limited time in December. We have 4 more slots. There's no more slots open for the 14-day coaching because we have a couple people that are interested. But there's 3 to 5 day coaching that's available. If you do not know why you continue to make these mistakes, or if you do know why now, but you're unable to stop, seriously, bro, do not keep digging yourself the hole, because the longer that you're building a bad habit, the harder and the longer it's going to take to unbuild that habit. Get to the bottom of it ASAP. Come work with me, and I promise I got you. Okay, let's finish this off. There's 2 more things. There's going to be how to manage your emotions while trading, the behaviors to watch out for, and then, of course, the withdrawal strategy. So this all goes through the three most important things, which is the market, the mindset, and the money management, the three M's. But this also goes into the fourth M, which I'm just literally making this up on the spot. It's meaning, the meaning behind why you're trading. So it's the four M's now for what matters in your trading. There's going to be meaning, the markets, the mindset, and the money management. And all of those are covered in the full trading plan. This says if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. This also says a goal without a deadline is just a wish. So you have to set a clear directive, not to say that I'm going to get funded by this date and I'm going to have it pay out by this date. No, your goal should be when you approach these challenges now, because they got rid of the time limits, is to tell yourself, I ain't never blowing this account. I don't care how long it takes me to pass. I am never blowing this account. Unlike some of y'all that are like, oh, I'll just refund it if I need to. There is no refunding it, bro. Pretend like this money is real so you can trade like an adult. Y'all got me? Pretend like the money is real. Everyone's like, well, why would you want to trade someone else's capital? What the fuck kind of question is that? Why would I want to trade my own? Especially if it's demo money. Because if you're trading someone else's capital and it's real money on the line, I can understand why you would not want to put yourself in that position of risk. But if it's fake money and you're getting paid just for your skill set, which is what we're doing in trading anyways, I don't care about we're trading spot Forex. We're trading spot indices. The whole point of CFDs is that I don't want to own anything. I don't want to own a stock. That's why I'm not trading stocks. I don't want to have the obligation to buy or sell. That's why I'm not trading options. I don't want to have, the secured interest in an asset through a futures contract. I don't want to own shit. I want to make a bet and I want to get paid on the bets that I'm making. And so if this prop firm is allowing me to trade like a game, and I can literally do the same thing that CFDs are allowing, which is no ownership, no liability of actually being in the markets, because all I'm doing is putting on a bet with my broker. Why wouldn't I do that with someone else's foo-foo money? I really, really don't understand. So the goal without a deadline is just a wish. That one hit hard. I love that. I'm going to have to look into that coaching for real. It might be in your best interest, my friend. I'll make everybody here a guarantee that if you don't see results in the coaching program, you get your money back. We've told everybody this since we started coaching. It's impossible not to see the results because we all have blind spots. Why do I do coaching? It's because it's what helps me. Like I go to talk to one of the guys on the team, mostly O or somebody else that I trust because of their expertise. And I'm telling them, I'm like, bro, I've been at break even for the past 2 weeks and I don't know what's going on. And I'll tell them like, I'm just telling them what's going on. I'll tell them eventually they find out I took a massive trade 2 weeks ago. That was a loss. And I've been trading very hesitant ever since. And all they got to do is just recognize what happened and bring it to my attention. Be like, bro, how much is that loss playing into your decisions? And that one question, that just such a simple question allows me to just realize exactly what's going on. And now I can start to build a plan. I'm like, damn, bro, like, what do you do in these situations? Oh, I mean, honestly, bro, whenever I start going in this rut, I just take a step back and I take enough of a break that I allow myself to reset my relationship with trading. I don't want my relationship with trading to be predicated around this one trade that happened 2.5 weeks ago. I want to reset to look at these things in terms of risk and reward and my plan. But if I'm so emotionally charged, I'm still thinking about that trade, I need a break. And that's exactly what the coaching will do. Instead of me playing scared for the next 2-3 weeks, hurting my account and really just ruining my psychology and my confidence, I'll take a 1 week off, come back, and I'm right back on the road. Course corrections will make or break your success. 1 week or 1 day or one trade could ruin your whole progress. Those course corrections through coaching really is what allowed me to stay on the track long enough to build that momentum. Okay, so to recap, we talked about the trading plan. There's 5 different components. There's the meaning, there's the markets, so how you're trading, what you're trading, why you're trading, and then there's the criteria to execute the trades. Then there's going to be a money management and mindset. So mindset is more about your thoughts, which lead to an emotional response, which then lead to a behavior, which then leads to a habit. So again, thoughts lead to emotions lead to actions, and actions lead to habits. Those habits are what make or break your success in trading. So you have to make sure and be aware of what those are. And of course, money management, which is how much risk to expose on each trade in the account, the weekly pip and percentage goals, as well as the maximum risk for the week, as well as the withdrawal strategy. So this is a complete trading plan. If you guys want to download it, it's in the description on the YouTube video on our channel called How to Build a Trading Plan. It's in the description. Click it. You guys can download this trading plan for yourself. If you would like access to coaching to get help with building this trading plan, please make sure to reach out to us, info@chartaddictsfx.com, to register for coaching. We can do a 15-minute call. You guys can just schedule on the website. We can do a 15-minute face-to-face to see if coaching is appropriate for you. Now, we have not hit 150 likes, and so I don't think that I'm going to be doing a promo code today. But if we get, let's see if we get enough comments of people that will actually use the promo code. We'll put one up. Put a 1 in the chat if you would actually use the promo code that we put out today. And if there's enough people that are genuinely interested, because you guys have made it to the end of the stream, this is my congratulations for sacrificing time on a Saturday while everybody else is hungover, got the Mr. Krabs meme, just can barely see life. You guys are taking the sacrifice and the wherewithal and the self-respect to get on here and do something productive. And so this is my sort of way to give back. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys would actually use the promo code. If not, then it's all good. No need for a promo code anyways. And we can go on to the one last piece. If there's any popular news topics you guys want to cover, let me know as well. Okay, looks like we're good. There's a ton of people that said 1. I feel like I'm reading the same name 5 times, guys. Am I bugging, or am I just? There's a lot of names that start with a J. We got Jeremy, Jonathan, Jordan, Jasmine, another Jonathan. Yo, I thought I was dyslexic for a second. I'm like, did the same person just comment 7 times? I'm like, that's wild. But no, there's a Jeremy, then there's a Jonathan R, then there's a Jordan R, then there's a Jasmine T, and then there's a Jonathan H. Oh man. 9:30 NAS best time. Is there a golden hour for trading gold like there is for NAS? Of course there is. How do elections affect the market? Good question. 9:30 for NAS is the best time. Jeremy, that's just not true. Jeremy, did you take the class yet? I'm talking to Jeremy Linares here. Did you take the class yet? Roy, I grabbed 14-day coaching package via Bryce. I'm excited to level up my man. Luke, I'm looking forward to it. Keep an eye out for a message to schedule your first call. If you haven't already scheduled it, make sure to do so as soon as possible. Make sure you schedule your first call so me and you can build the timeline for your 14 days. We can figure out the priorities of what we need to work on. And of course, I can figure out what would be the best way to make progress, depending on your current situation. What would it mean for the dollar, for Argentina to use the dollar? Thoughts on the Iraqi dinar? Good questions, guys. Good questions. Hold on. So, Jeremy, you're telling me you didn't even take the class, and you're trying to tell people that 9:30 a.m. is the best time to trade NAS? Well, this is why you guys can't take advice from random people on social media. But it works for me, 9:30 a.m. Wait for the open past 3 years. Jeremy, tell me you trade on the 1-minute time frame too. But let me do the teaching. All right. Trading at the market open is a no-no. Don't do it. There was a question that was on the comment you said we'll go through at the end about EURUSD. Oh, Micah, awesome. Yeah, so why is EURUSD bullish even though the dollar is bearish? What's going on here? What are people saying? Oh, the dollar dropped through the 103 zone using the magnets. Now, the magnets, they never fail. All they have to do is get moved to the right. Okay? Magnets never fail. The magnet indicator is super secret. Can't tell you about it. Otherwise, I'd have to kill you. Okay? This is the super secret magnet indicator. The dollar has a little bit of room to go. Now that we've broken through this area of resistance, I believe that the market has a good amount of room back to the downside. Where's the closest buy zone on the daily? Well, we have right here, we have right here, and then we have right here potentially for the last test at 100.8. So this is a temporary pullback on the dollar before it continues to the upside. And so if you're asking yourself, why is Euro USD going up? Well, it's because the dollar is dropping. Why is the dollar dropping? Good question. I have a saying. This is going to be another shirt that says hashtag FTM, hashtag follow the money. Carlos, you know exactly what I'm talking about with the super secret indicator, the magnets. You don't know about it. If I told you, I have to kill you. Okay? Straight up. Can't tell you about it. Super secret. Don't ask about it. If I told you, it's a special group. All right. Just like the people with the neutrino detectors out in Antarctica and whatnot. There's a group of 5 people that know what's going on. Just like that. I need the magnet. How do I get it? Not for sale. Don't ask. Don't even try. Don't do it. Okay. The saying hashtag follow the money, hashtag FTM. When the dollar is dropping, it means that there's a considerable amount of interest leaving the dollar and going somewhere else. So I click through and I try to find out, where's the money going? If people are dumping dollars, where is it going? Okay, well, it looks like Bitcoin is seeing a massive pop. Bitcoin went from $12,000 or $16,000 earlier this year. Now we're sitting at damn near 40,000. Okay, that's insane. I can't believe I missed this bull run. There might still be one more. I didn't miss it because you guys know I've been dollar cost averaging since last year, but I did stop all my buys for the last 3 months, and I'm pretty pissed off about it. I'm not pissed because I don't really want to be buying Bitcoin at 40K either. I bought down here, I bought down here, I bought down here. But I want to keep dollar cost averaging because if there's a bull run, there's a bull run. Now let's get back to the point, which is the dollar is dropping, but we see Bitcoin going up. What else is going up? Well, it looks like stocks have been going up considerably since November of last year, and specifically since January of this year. We've just had a massive bull run, all of 2023. So when we use this principle of hashtag follow the money, people are dumping dollars to get into things that are high risk. Specifically, we're seeing the crypto market go up and we're seeing stocks go up. So high risk assets typically are only ever invested in when people think that the economy is in a good place, when people want to take unnecessary risk. If you're about to lose your job, you ain't betting on Dogecoin. You're about to lock in your money and make sure everything is you're ready for the storm. But when you think that ain't no way I'm getting fired, they need me. Ain't no way I'm losing my job. I just got a raise. Nobody around me is losing their jobs. Yeah, I might fucking put some money in some Dogecoin, some Doge Elon, you feel me? And just see if I can go to the moon. So risk assets are typically associated with a risk on sentiment. Risk on sentiment is typically associated with a sense of stability and predictability in the world. How is there predictability and stability in the world? Well, I'll tell you, people, the world's going to shit. Everyone's leaving, taking their money out of Europe, taking their money out of Asia, taking their money out of Africa, and taking their money out of the Middle East. And they're trying to put it in a place that's very safe and isolated away from these conflicts. America is the safest and the best country in the world. Now, some people be like, no, but there was a book that I didn't like in a school somewhere in a town that I can't point on the map. No, America is single-handedly the greatest country in the world. Why? Especially from an investment perspective. Now, the degeneracy and the godlessness, do we need to fix that? Of course. Are people just literally stuck in a hedonistic cycle of consumerism and a lack of self-worth and a lack of self-identity? Of course. But from a money perspective, which is what we're all here to talk about, from an economics perspective, which is the point of this channel, America is the best place in the world. Why? Look at every country that's traditionally known for being a hub for global investment. Take Switzerland or take Panama. No, I'm not supposed to say that out loud. Take China or Hong Kong specifically. Take some of these global investment hubs. Now, what we find is all of them have hostile neighbors right next door, and at any given moment could be taken over. Hong Kong was a global investment hub for the world. Then what happened? They lost their autonomy and China took over. And at a given moment, billions and billions and billions of dollars every day was leaving Hong Kong to go to the rest of the world. Singapore is one of those places. The UAE is one of those places. But they have hostile neighbors. So the Houthis just sent over rockets, or at least they tried to the Middle East from Yemen, which is next door to the UAE and to Saudi Arabia. And you have Qatar. Qatar is also sponsoring a lot of activities that may or may not be conducive to the success of that region. So then you start to think about, okay, do global actors, central bankers, hedge funds, and family offices want to invest their money in geographic locations where they have hostile neighbors? and there's a potential for a hostile takeover? The answer is no. Now, where's America's advantage from an investment perspective? We have two geographical borders that are perfect. It's called the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean. Buddy, we finna see you coming from a mile away, more than a mile. We finna see you coming, right? They're like, oh, we're coming for them. We're just over here on the shore. Like, you gotta see that, right? Right? There's a lot like that. We have two very friendly neighbors with Canada and Mexico, even though we have shit border policy, and we genuinely need to get the border policy under control. Otherwise, we're gonna go downhill. But aside from that, this is why all the money is flooding into America. Now, the last piece of this, Roy, if all the money is flooding into America, why is the dollar dropping? Because if you're going to invest your money, would you invest in the dollar that's losing 4%? Or would you invest in Bitcoin that's up? Hold on, I'll tell you. Or would you guys rather invest in Bitcoin that's up 144% this year? Would you rather invest in the dollar, which is down 4% this year? So for every $1 billion that these central banks invest, $40 million of purchasing power is gone. 40 million out the window. For every $10 billion you got in there, $400 million of purchasing power is just eroded. Versus for every billion you put in here, you get $1.4 billion back. So all the money is ending up in America. They ain't putting it in the dollar because inflation's still high. And so everyone's willing to bet and risk on these risky ass assets. Does that mean that we're going to avoid a recession because everyone's investing in these risk assets? The answer is no. It doesn't mean that we've avoided a recession because the markets are happy. It just means that people don't have anything else to invest in. It's the lesser of two evils. Investing in US risky assets is the cleanest dirty shirt out of the dirty shirts in the thing. It's not an ideal situation to be in, but people don't have anywhere else to put their money. I'm not putting my money in China. I'm not putting my money in Africa, and I'm not putting my money in Europe at all. Europe is on the brink of war with Russia at any given moment. All right, Switzerland is 2 countries away from Ukraine. Boy, I'm telling you guys right now, all the Swiss banking shit that everyone's talking about is cute until Russia wants to take the Donbass. And everybody's like, well, because the world has already agreed that they're not sending more aid to Zelensky. Boy got out there on his stage and said, please, everybody, please, one more time. We're almost defeating this guy. Everyone's like, look, at this point, buddy, don't they speak Russian over there? That's what everyone's telling them. They're like, yeah, they kind of speak Russian, bro. So these are risks that we have to contend with. There's other risks as well, geopolitically, like the Taiwan invasion, because America has shown that we don't really have balls anymore. People just go over there and we tell them, hey, don't touch Taiwan. And they're like, oh, we're touching it. We're touching it. What are you going to do? And we go out there and we just say some mean things. We might drop a sanction or two. I don't care about military intervention, but we need to have consequences. We need to stop having this ambiguous foreign policy. We got to have some clear foreign policy. So long story short, a lot happening next year between the election cycle, between Taiwan, between Russia, between Israel, Palestine. Any of these 3 or 4 could lead the world to another type of spiral. I want you to be above the noise. This year, this next 12 months, and this is what the news does all the time, but especially this next 12 months, the world is going to find the ugliest and most heinous shit that's happening out there. They're going to broadcast it every single day and throw it in your face. And then they're going to find a way to make it your problem today. You live in Wichita, right? There's a thing that happened somewhere. 2 people got hurt in a place that you can't even find on a map. It's your problem today. You got to be sad and anxious and worried about something. This is going to be the play for the entire year. You guys have to be above the noise. They're going to release Epstein's client list as a distraction. That's how bad it's going to get. Do y'all realize how they do this shit? And I'm definitely getting canceled for this right now. 100%. After this, I'm setting up a Twitch account. All right, because YouTube finna take this shit down 100%. But you guys notice that Hunter Biden goes to court for his involvement in taking bribes from the Chinese and the Ukrainians while his father was the vice president of the United States, which is very illegal. And he's out there in court, and it wasn't just one laptop, the Hunter Biden laptop, whatever, bro. They found 7 laptops. Buddy was just out here reckless, just looking up, literally videos of him smoking crack with kids on laptops. Like, y'all, do you guys realize how stupid this shit is? Some of you guys have broken the law. I've broken the law, right? I have never in my life taken a video of me smoking crack with children. You guys understand me? That's a heinous thing. to take a video of yourself doing. That is unbelievable. Right? Taking bribes from Ukrainians, bro. I'll take a bribe from a Ukrainian, bro. I like, not for no 2 million, right? Everybody has a price. You can't buy me out for $2 million. Throw 10 mil on there. I'm not going to do it, but I'll consider it. At least I'll put it on the table. I'm not going to do it. I have standards. You people think I'm an animal. No. I have standards. But you put 10 million on the table, we can have a conversation. They were bribing this guy for 1.2 mil. Like a cheap whore. Okay? So I'm going to just let you guys know that this year, Hunter Biden was about to go into trial. And then they're like, yo, we need something bigger to distract the people. Got it. What's bigger than the son of the vice president taking illegal bribes from the most corrupt country in the world that we're now sending hundreds of billions of dollars to, coincidentally? Mexican aliens. They're like, we got them. Mexican aliens, baby. Mexican aliens. That's what we're going to throw at them. You guys remember Hillary Clinton went to court for somebody dying next to her? They dropped the CIA said, yep, no, we had UFOs 10 years ago. We found them. Everyone was like, bro, nobody care about no UFO. Boy, where's the list? So this is what's going to happen is that there's going to be so much heinous stuff. They're going to try to do your boy DJT dirty. Trump 2024, they're going to try to do your boy dirty because they know that he's about to, put the World Economic Forum people on the fucking skates. He's about to put them on skates. All the fucking pedos on skates. And they're about to just be shaking in their boots. They're going to throw out, oh my God, what can we do to distract people from the fact that we're weaponizing the justice system to try to attack a political opponent? Because if we get them under the Insurrection Act, by the way, y'all, the 3 lawsuits that Trump is facing, every single one of them is very specifically targeted to hit a crime that will stop you from being able to run for president. Specifically, the Insurrection Act. Like, if he catches a felony, he can still run from jail. But if he goes under for the Insurrection Act, specifically, he can never run for president. They're hitting them with these key words, these very specific things. Why? Because they know he's about to win. And there's nothing they can do about it. It's a horrible situation. Now, long story short, they're going to try to stop him because they can't beat him. Because ain't no way that, Joe Brandon is going to beat Trump. There's no possible way on God's green earth. And so they're going to release the client list. They'll release the Epstein list on a Tuesday. Be like, oh, no, don't look at this. Epstein list. We shot JFK, right? They'll start dropping shit that we've been trying to think about. Watergate was a giant scandal. Like, but guys, this is what's going to happen all year. And it's going to be things that we've never even expected. He said, you are Trump biased. Of course I am. Look at the country. Look at the world. We've had 2 years, 3 years of Joe Biden. The Middle East is completely unstable when we were just on the brink of a peace deal. China is already talking about taking over Taiwan. They've already invaded Hong Kong. Like, bro, yeah, I'm 100% biased. We had a great border policy. Everybody in America was making more money. The elections or the unemployment rate was at 3.4%. The household savings rate was higher than it's ever been. The household debt rate was lower than it's ever been. People's credit card debts and just overall debt was lower than it's ever been. People had money. Of course, I'm biased. I don't want to live in a shitty world. You should be biased towards a better life for yourself. He said he just wants attention. You just want attention based on your comments. I'll keep it real with you. I've been in IT all my life. That was the dumbest shit I ever heard. DJ Sam Cuts. Okay, DJ Sam Cuts. DJ Sam Cuts. You're a DJ? You're a DJ and you cut hair. And you want to give me your take on the economy. Let's go through it. Let's go through it, guys. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not a piece of shit. Kinda, right? Tell me what you mean. 2024 that year. I'm trying to figure out. I've been in IT all my life. That was the dumbest. Did I even say anything about IT? I don't think I did I? I don't know. Roy, who was your mentor when you were joining the markets? The markets, buddy. The markets just pause. The markets bent me over enough times, right? I say no, right? Because I'm out here. I'm just a victim every day. Oh, what if today's the day I over leverage my $180 account on US30 and I get rich? Maybe today's the day. Every fucking day. Every day I'm showing up. Oh, US30, full margin. I got a $180 account. I put a 0.01. Bro, the slippage on the trade, I'm already half the account is sitting in drawdown the second I entered the trade because of the slippage on Hugo's Way. If anybody from Rocket Crypto, any of the owners of Hugo's Way are listening to this, bro, cage match for the kids. Me, pick anybody on your team. You have a customer service rep that has some fighting experience. You want to throw him out there? No. That's not how this is going to work. Anyone from the exec team over at Hugo's, as long as you work there prior to the sale in 2018, we got to get in the ring and fight. Or you can give me the $500,000 in affiliate commissions that I'm owed over the years, or just close down your doors and walk away. Either of those are acceptable. You want to come fight me for the kids, I'll happily oblige. Just throwing that out there. Rumble, here we come. They're not going to like this. Jay, they don't even like themselves, buddy. God himself knows they ain't going to like me. Anybody voting for Biden over Trump does not like themselves. And so I cannot expect them to show me any mercy, but I've already accepted. I'm laying in the bet I made. So they're pulling reserves out of the dollar and pumping into other currencies, digital assets, in the stock market. Yeah, basically. Just simple. That's a very good way to summarize. DJ Sam Cuts, LOL, misunderstood, bro. Meant the way they got Biden's laptop. Oh, he said, I've been in IT all my life and that was the dumbest shit. Okay, now it makes sense. Yeah, fam. Use a Tor browser. Do something, right? DJ Sam Cuts. Do something, bro. My boy's out here on a HP laptop taking videos of himself doing crack cocaine. Bro, what was the Stephen A. Smith? He said hundreds of millions of dollars and you can't stay off the weed, right? You're the son of the vice president and you can't stop doing crack with kids. Yo, bro, for $5 million, I'll stop smoking cannabis today. All right? No, that's not even true. Why would I just lie like that? Yo, my boy, hey, yes, sir. Yeah, no, bro, you'd have to pay me at least 20 million. Now, see the quality of life. Because I've made this choice before, Josh. Roy, you could become a billionaire at the age of 35, but quality of life wise, no cannabis, and you have to go through this entire journey, no cannabis. Now I know myself, but I'd be out there just fucking spat. You guys know how fast I talk. Imagine myself sober, right? I spoke to Jay before the stream. I actually think 5 times faster than this. Dude, I would burn a hole through anything I looked at. You guys know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do y'all a favor. I'm trying to equalize the playing field, bro. I would run this industry over if I was sober for 3 days. And that's a joke, okay? It'd be probably more self-destructive than anything. Now, that's the choice. But if I was the son of the vice president, you told me I'd have endless connections, right? Endless connections, bro. I'm talking about Air Force One, baby. My gym crush, right? Forget the Mercedes I got to pull up to the gym. Bro, I'm talking about Air Force One, and you can't stop doing crack? You can't, bro, what? Fun, I'll stop doing crack for free. You feel that doesn't even sound fun. You ain't got to pay me nothing to stop doing crack, let alone be the son of the vice president. Bro, I'm telling it to you like this. I can get in a room with Jackie Kennedy's granddaughter. You tell me I can get in a room with Ivanka Trump. You tell me I get in a room with Paris Hilton, right? And I'm out here doing crack with kids. Bro, you're telling me the Duke and the Duchess? I'm outside in England at these parties. I'm on a boat in the south of France in Saint-Tropez with the Duke and the Duchess, right? They're trying to set me up because I'm young, handsome, successful, and I'm very articulate. They're going to want me to set me up with one of their kids. You're telling me I'd give all that up to do crack with kids? Bro, what? That's insane, bro. Okay, let me get back on track here. Misunderstood. Okay, people, shout out to IM for introducing Forex to them. How you feel about that? Well, I'm going to be honest. I have to give a shout out to IM too, because without IM, I wouldn't have found out about Forex either. My friend Joseph Tesfaye told me about Forex. He was in IM. Okay? If it wasn't for him and it wasn't for IM, I would have never found out about it. How did I fall in love with Forex? I was always interested in finding out how the world works because I wanted to get rich. And then I found out, like, okay, if I knew what's going on in the world, how do I put my bet in on what's going to happen? And Tesfaye was telling me, he's like, yo, if you know what's happening with their central bank and their central bank, you can put a bet in using Forex on what you think is going to happen. And I'm like, well, I don't give a shit about sports. Imagine I rock another man's name on the back of my on the back of a jersey on my own back, another man's name. You would never catch me dead doing something like that. So obviously I wasn't going to go sit there and bet on a bunch of grown men kicking a soccer ball around or kicking a rubber ball. And so I was going to bet on what's happening geopolitically. Oh, there's a war. Oh, Putin got a gun to somebody's head, and I can put a bet right now on what's going to happen. It's fucked up, but it's high stakes. High stakes. Grown men kicking a rubber ball around. Geopolitical conflict. It's your bet what type of games you guys want to be playing in this world. There's real shit happening out there that you can put your bet on. If you're a gambler and you out here for the money and you're a selfish person, at least do it with something that matters. Grown men kicking these rubber balls around for how they get. We're paying grown men $50 million. Here's my proposition: if I became president, take the salaries of all the pro players, give it to the teachers, not the shitty teachers that tell you, "Oh, you ain't gonna be nothing." By the way, where are those teachers? I ain't never got told I wasn't gonna be nothing. By the way, those teachers, if there are a few of them, don't pay them. But what are we doing? All the people that got fired in COVID for being healthcare workers that didn't want to take the jab, bro, take the salaries from the football players kicking a fucking grown man wearing tights, kicking a ball around, hugging each other. That's gay. All right? I'm telling y'all this right now. I don't make the rules. And there's nothing wrong with gay people. But they're rocking the tights, they're hugging each other, and they're kicking a soccer ball around, kicking a rubber ball around, playing with rubber and whatnot. They're playing with rubbers, right? For nothing, grown men. Dude, these are the look, and I'm saying this because I'm being serious. These are the strongest and the best that we have in our country. We could have put them on the front lines. They could have ended the Ukraine war just by stepping out there. Right? Say something to him. Oh, lineman, boom, doesn't even need the gun, pushed you over. Al-Qaeda guy, just lost completely. He's on his back like a turtle. Right? We could send the best of the best out here. These guys could be police officers. Police officers wouldn't be out here shooting people if you could just run them over. But no, they're wearing tights, playing with rubber, and you know what I'm saying, hugging other dudes, and they're doing it. People rocking another man's name on the back of their jersey. We got to have standards, y'all. Enough is enough. All right, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Let's do a quick recap just to actually remind you that we did talk about something productive today. We went through how to build a trading plan. Again, there's a video on our channel on how to build a trading plan. You can download it in the description in that video. The NAS100 masterclass is 8 days away. This is the last masterclass we're doing until February 2024. So unless you guys want to wait 2 months while you see everybody else winning and you're on the outside like, damn, I wish I had just learned the strategy. You got 8 days left. We did not hit enough likes to do a promo code, but continue to show up to the streams this week. If we hit 150 likes on tomorrow's stream, I guarantee you that we will do the promo code for y'all. Actually, I can't go back on my word. No promo codes means no promo codes. We didn't hit 150 likes. Yeah, looks like we ain't doing the promo codes, y'all. It was great to see everybody happy and safe trading, and I'll catch you on tomorrow's Sunday Market Outlook. Let's get ready for the week the right way. Take it easy. Peace.